Wow.
7-1, just what Barcelona needed, because in La Liga things have not been as good as they have elsewhere when it comes to cup competition for Barcelona. Going into this game, they were trailing Real Madrid by 10 points. They have now cut that to 7 points as it stands right now after 21 rounds of action. And at the bottom end of the table, it really is tough times for Valencia. They stay second bottom on 16 points, and it's another difficult day for them. Luis Garcia was on the coverage with us today for this game and was feeling a little bit nervous. Thought Barcelona would win it.
Anxious.
Didn't quite see it being as comfortable as this, Luis.
Yeah, I was cautious. Let's call it this way, because this Barcelona showed us that in the past month and a half, they were struggling much more when the teams arrived to home and they got a low block and they kept compact and they don't allow you to make the run, so to try to move the ball quick enough. And in the end, we saw a very good Barcelona. The first 45 minutes, I think that they were fantastic. Speed on the ball, a lot of movement. Everyone was asking for the ball. They were making runs. So it was easy to find someone free to receive the ball. And of course, the players up front, they were doing their job. They were scoring goals. I think that we saw that it was 11 shots on target. It was 7 ended up into the net in the whole game. So fantastic moment for Hansi Flick as well. They made a rotation. Fermin Lopez, Frankie de Jong. They received a goal. Ferran Torres up front, and the 3 players scored at least once in this fantastic game. So I think, even though that it was a must-win game for Barcelona, if they didn't want to lose the opportunity to continue on the race of La Liga, I think that it reinforced the structure of this team, the confidence, and they are going to try to get back that momentum going. They're going to face against Alaves and Sevilla, the next 2 games in La Liga, so they are going to have the opportunity to, I think, get closer to Real Madrid. We'll see how the results will go. But definitely we saw a very, very good Barcelona, very convincing. So now it's time to get a chance to the Champions League against Atalanta in the midweek.
Yes, and obviously it's a very different story there. They're actually looking to hope that they can top the table come the end of action in league play in the Champions League. But it had been 1 win in 8 rounds in La Liga. This was a very important one for them today, even though it was so comfortable in the end.
And when you see the headline, Barcelona 7, that's what you're going to pay attention to. The 7 goals. And the productivity and the creativity and all of the attacking talent that Barcelona showcased today. I actually would go beyond that and look at their ability to regain possession of the ball. They did not allow Valencia any hope whatsoever in this match, but it's the intensity with which they defended in advanced positions. In the halftime stats, Barcelona had most of the ball. Valencia had 66 passes completed. Even by accident, over 45 minutes, you complete more than 66 passes.
Wow.
It's an amazing stat when you think about how difficult it was for Valencia over the course of 45 minutes and then over the course of 90 minutes. But in the first 45 minutes, it was 66 passes completed. And that tells you, well, Valencia are terrible. Well, yes, they are. We knew that coming in. But it also tells you that when Barcelona lose possession of the ball, today in particular, they were right on it. And it was everybody. It's the energy of Fermin Lopez. It's Ferran Torres pressing the ball ahead of everybody else. And it's Lamine Yamal also pressing the ball. And Rafinha, who continues to play at a high level. They're all pressing the ball together. They're forcing turnovers. Then the second line comes. They regain possession. And then they're on the attack again. That is the sign of a team that knows who they are. They take risks defensively, but they're willing to take that risk because they know that they're going to press the ball. Today was really impressive from Barcelona. In fact, it was yet another whooping delivered by Barcelona.
It absolutely was. And obviously going into the game, one of the big talking points, Luis, had been the goalkeeper situation. We saw Szczesny coming in today. Is this going to continue after a performance like this?
Well, I don't know if Hansi Flick will have a different thought. I think once again we saw Szczesny doubting a lot on when he has to come out. That timing, again, we talked about it. The difficulties for a player who has been retired actually from football, getting back to get into the routines of training every day, having to run in, not having the chance of having a rhythm of the competition. And even much more when you arrive to a team where the line of defense goes so high on the pitch that you have to understand where you have to be all the time, be very aware, very focused. Don't lose the concentration for a second, because that second can cause you a red card. Again, today, arriving late to that challenge with Hugo Duro. making a penalty that it was actually taken away because of the free kick against the fault against Jules Koundé. There's been so many different situations like this one. It happens quite often lately, and I'm not sure Hansi Flick will have the patience to keep on going. I think that this was an opportunity once again after what happened against Benfica to Chesney, but I don't know if this will continue. I think that they got confidence on him. I think they might want him to continue as the first goalkeeper for Barcelona. But he will have to depend on him. If he continues doing this kind of mistakes, I'm not sure if he will stay on goal for the rest of the season.